nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
This is mock test 7. All right, this is a semi-frequently asked question. So you've seen this before if you've been practicing. All right, so it's the government that decides who can create a government after an election. 36 people got this wrong. Over 100 of you got this right. Round of applause. Next one. This is a frequently asked question. Hopefully all of you get this right. Okay, so 31 people got this wrong. 32 people got this wrong. I'm actually quite surprised. When you hear, okay, so for the people that are here for the first time, whenever I say frequently asked question, what I mean is it has shown up more than once in all the previous tests. So this test has existed since 2009. And this is 2024. Okay. And the way it usually works is like the tests have a bunch of questions that repeat. And those questions are questions that are important to know in Danish history. Like, for instance, Grundloven. When is Grundloven from? Whether or not Denmark is a member of the EU, whether or not Denmark is a member of NATO or the UN. Those types of questions tend to repeat themselves. If you're here for the first time, you will create a profile. You will get a profile after this session. And when you're done, go to nearlydanish.com, find this thing that says Cahoots, click on players, and this will pop up, a leaderboard. And it says there, find your name below and click on it to see your progress. And you're probably not going to be in the gold league, so you search for your name, Control F. I'm searching for Bogdan. And I click on that, and you will find your profile. And it tells you how prepared you are, and it shows you all the work that you need to do. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go for the 14-day challenge to try and get through all the quizzes from the book in 14 days. I highly recommend that because we are running out of time. We have 42 days left. And also, as a side note, there is, I have created the Folketing, the event for Folketing. And I think there's about, last time I checked, there's about 6 tickets left. So please, if you want to come, click on this link and book a free ticket, okay? All right, getting back to it. Next one. All right, so Fool is up 26 places.
Excellent.
Next one. Monica, I just told you, and if you didn't get it, watch the video, okay? So just search for your name, Control F if you're on a computer. I highly recommend you get your profile because that's how you can track all the work that you're doing. All right, 16 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. A round of applause to the people who got it right. Next one. All right, so looks like Liesel is number one, but we have 42 questions to go. So at the moment we have Liesel, Dangle, DI, Bold Meerkat 72, and Maya. Julie is the highest climber, up 14 places.
Great job.
Next one. This is the most frequently asked question. So this is the question that has the highest probability of showing up on the next test. And whenever I say frequently asked question, I mean you must know the answer to this question. Okay? All right, so 148 of you definitely know the answer to this, but 8 of you have not figured this out yet, okay? But now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
And you must know the answer to this. So this is when women got the right to vote. Also, for the new people, let me point something else out. When you go to chapters on your profile, you will see a section for frequently asked questions. There's about 200 of them. And Bogdan has finished all of them. And as you can see, this one, the question you just answered, is the most frequently asked question. It's appeared in 12 tests. Okay? All right, so we're moving on. Dangle is number 120 player, just hit an answer streak of 3. We are at question number 5 now.
Uh-oh.
All right, H.C. Andersen was born in Odense. 13 people got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Ruddy is now in the top 5. Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Brand new question, never been asked before. All right, 2015. So 47 of you got this wrong. I could tell you have not been practicing. All right. As I usually say, make a list of all the political parties and their leaders, the year that they were created, and also the year that they were voted into parliament for the first time. Make that list. Someone has made that list and posted it in the group. So just look for it. Better yet, make it yourself. This was a combo breaker. 8 players lost their answer streak of 4. Sorry, guys. On to the next one. Frequently asked question as well. But asked in a different way. All right, so 2007 was the structure reform. Usually they ask when was the structure reform, but they're asking for the name of the reform that happened in 2007 this time. And this is when the number of communes was reduced and the counties were changed to regions. And also the way tax was collected was changed as well. How many people got this wrong? 37. My math is a bit off today. Well, like I always say,
Now you know what you don't know.
it will show up on your profile and you can fix that knowledge gap. All right, Dangle is moved back to number 2. Next one. This is from chapter 5. Keep a close eye on the quizzes in chapter 5. Read it. So read chapter 5 and do those quizzes over and over and over again because a lot of new questions come from there. H.C. Andersen wrote this book. About 45 of you got this wrong, so this is definitely a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it. It's going to show up on your profile. All right, so we have a static top 5 for the first time.
Static top 5.
DP is up 17 places.
Great job.
Next one. You know the answer to this already. All right, round of applause. Almost perfect score. This is really good.
Excellent.
Next one. All right, Mary is now in the top 5. Angie is back in the game with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
You know the answer to this as well. "98 communes." 9 people got this wrong. Fix it. It will show up on your profile. Adi Claudio is now in the top 5. Claude is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
You've got 35 questions to go. You guys are doing well so far. This is also from chapter 5. All right, this is a weak spot. So we can see 50 people got this wrong. For the people that are here for the first time, so the method that we use for training here is you practice during the week. Okay, so you read your book, you practice with your quizzes on the profile, and then we have these mock tests twice a week. You come and test yourself. Figure out where you have weak spots, and then you go back and you fix those weak spots. And you do this iteratively until the day of the test. And this way you increase your probability of passing the test. Okay? 50 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is from chapter 5. Next one. So Adi Claudio fell out. Mary is back in. Bogdan is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Yeah, frequently asked question as well. All right, round of applause. A lot of you are doing really well today. This is really good. I am actually quite pleased with this.
Excellent.
Keep up the good work. I can see a lot of you have been practicing. I can see a lot of activity on the website. We have 42 days before the test, and I would say this is probably the most prepared batch I've had since 2019. You guys are doing really well. For the 16 people that got this wrong, this is one of those questions that you must know the answer to because it shows up a lot. Okay? Fix the knowledge gap. It will show up on your profile. Someone fell out, can't remember who. 16 players just hit an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is a brand new question. Never shown up in a previous test before. All right. Wow. I wasn't expecting this many people to get it right. So you guys proved me wrong.
Great job.
Only 26 people got it wrong. Next one. All right, so Dangle is back at the top now. So we have Dangle, DI, Bold Meerkat 72, Addy, Claudia, and Duke. And by the way, if you're not doing too well in this, please do not feel bad and quit. That's not what you should do. What you should do is stay and figure out your weak spots. And then after you're done, after we're done here, go and fix those weak spots and then come back. I'm saying this because I know some people, you know, you start the quiz, you don't do too well, you get discouraged and you say, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. But that's not how you succeed in life, you know? Keep trying, keep failing, figure out your weak spots, strengthen your weak spots, and come back again. All right. 14 players have reached an answer streak of 5.
Great job.
Next one. All right, so majority of the kids in the high school were kids of farmers. 52 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, so DI has taken Dangle's spots. This was a combo breaker. 3 players lost their answer streak of 13. Sorry, guys. Imran, you should have watched the video on how to answer. I can't, go through the process of showing you all that right now because we are in the middle of a Kahoot. So what I would suggest is just watch the session. And next time, watch the video on how to join. Frequently asked question as well. All right. For the new people here, I just wanted to show you guys something. So we have a YouTube channel where we have all our previous sessions, okay? It's called Nearly Danish TV. Go there, click on playlists, and you will see a list of all the videos. So this is for summer 2024. So if you're new here and you want to catch up with what we've done, watch these videos, okay? Moving on to the next one. 24 people got this wrong. Dangle fell out. Katie is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. All right. What do we have here? All right, you guys did well. Round of applause. Only 7 people got this wrong.
Excellent.
Moving on. Where are we now? Question number 16. Dangle is back in the top 5. DI, Dangle, Yenderman, Addy Claudio, Bold Meerkat 72. I think all these people are in the gold league. You guys have been putting in a lot of work. I've been seeing your names a lot in the newsfeed. Round of applause to you guys. All right, so Baltic Thunder is the highest climber up 4 places.
Great job.
We have how many questions? 31 questions to go. Or was it 29? I can't remember. All right, a lot of you have been asking about the fire. So this question is actually relevant. was built in 1640 by Christian IV. This is definitely a huge weak spot. So 87 of you got this wrong. So way more than half of you got this wrong. Well,
Now you know what you don't know.
if this shows up in the test, at least you'll get it right. Next one. Okay, I know nothing is making a comeback with 3 in a row. We've got D.I. Dangle, Jensman, Duke, and Meerkat. Next one. Yeah, so someone is saying number of participants doesn't match the Kahoot. That's because there might be a family using one screen. That happens. But don't worry about that. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, so there was a majority government in 1978, from 1978 to 1979. And it was a coalition between the Social Democrats and Venstre. And also there is a majority government right now. It's an SVM government. So you got Social Democrats, Venstre, and Moderaten. Okay, so 39 people got this wrong. Next one. Okay. Karthik back in the game 3 in a row. Well, I gave you guys the answer to this at the beginning of the session. I hope all of you get this right. This is a frequently asked question. You must know the answer to this. Okay? Okay, 8 people didn't know. Now you know what you don't know. Fix it. You're probably going to see this this question in the next test. All right, next one. All right, so Duke is now on the podium at number 3. Ale1 is making a comeback with 3 in a row. We are at question number 20 right now. So we're getting towards the halfway point. FAQ as well. We've talked about this. If you've come to all the previous sessions, you've heard me talking about this a whole bunch of times. Yes, she was undervisningsminister. So Nina Bang was the first female minister. She was appointed by Thorvald Stauning, who was the first Social Democratic Prime Minister. She was appointed in 1924. And she was appointed to be the undervisningsminister, so the education minister. This is a frequently asked question. So sometimes they ask who was the first female minister. Sometimes they ask questions like this. What ministry was she leading? And sometimes they ask about the year. Sometimes they also ask about what party did she belong to. So Nina Bang is very important. She's the first female minister. Okay. Another frequently asked question is the first female prime minister. I'm not going to give that away in case this shows up here. 28 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
And I can see a lot of people saying, I pressed wrong, I pressed wrong. Just a word of caution, okay? In the Kahoot, I put you under a bit more pressure than you are under in the real exam. Here, you only have 20 seconds to answer the question. In the exam, you have 1 minute per question. So please read the question slowly, read the answers slowly, make sure you understand what the question is asking, and then make sure you understand what each answer says, and then you go ahead and answer, okay? So please, on the day of the test, do not be in a rush. Next one. Juno is back with an answer streak of 3. Also FAQ. All right, 10 people got it wrong. Fix it. It will show up on your profile. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Alex is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We are at the halfway point now.
Uh-oh.
This is a brand new question, never been asked before, about the justice system in Greenland and the Faroe Islands. All right, I'm actually quite surprised. Round of applause. So you can appeal the decision of the courts in Greenland and the Faroe Islands all the way to the Supreme Court in Denmark. That's what this question is about. Right, so Dangol is now number 2, Dia number 1, Duke number 3, Jensemand 4, and Bold Meerkat 5. All of these people are in the gold league, if I'm not mistaken. 3 players just hit an answer streak of 3. We are past the halfway point now. You guys are doing really well. Keep up the good work. Chapter 5. Brand new question as well. Well, 76 people got this wrong, so almost half of you got this wrong. Chapter 5 is important, basically. That's long story short, chapter 5 is important. Make sure you read chapter 5, make sure you practice those quizzes, because usually new questions come from there. All right, moving on to the next one. SS is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job!
Yes, so in Denmark, at the end of the 60s, the young people started questioning the traditional ideas about family, who you can live together with, who you can, have kids with. And in the 70s, people started living together without having without being married and having kids as well. So they were creating families without actually the traditional idea of being married. And this is a semi-frequently asked question. It's shown up in more than 2 tests. This question is phrased in a slightly different way than it usually is phrased, but it's about the same thing. 20 people got this wrong. Like I said, if it's FAQ, you need to know it. SRA is the highest climber, up 8 places. We are at question number 25 now. All right, so in the 1600, Jewish people were invited to Denmark. I can't remember which king it was. Was it Christian IV? Not sure. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
10 players have reached an answer streak of 8.
Excellent.
All right, so we have 20 questions to go. You know this, you saw this in the previous Kahoot. Also frequently asked question. All right, it's 1870. So Arbeiter Bevægelsen is from 1870, and that's around the time that the Social Democratic Party was created, and it was a part of the labor movement in the 1870s. How many people got this wrong? 18 people got this wrong. This is an FAQ. Fix it. It will show up on your profile. Static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
Bogdan is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Yes. So ever since World War II, a majority of the governments in Denmark have actually been minority governments, and a minority government is a government that's made up of parties that do not have a majority in parliament. All right. 15 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. You must know the answer to this. Static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
10 players hit an answer streak of 5.
Great job!
Question number 28. You guys know this, right? Hopefully you all know this so we can get an explosion. We haven't had any explosions for a while. Okay. 7 people got this wrong. Grundlov's Day is on the 5th of June. You must know the answer to this. Yeah, no explosion. Next one. Yeah, FAQ. Please get this right. Yeah. Said Danish soldiers. Okay, so this is Second World War. Denmark had, I think about, was it 8,000 or 4,000? Can't remember. Several thousand Jews living in Denmark at the time, and they were moved to Sweden because Sweden was a neutral country. And a majority of the Jews living in Denmark were actually saved that way in the Second World War. All right. 10 people got this wrong. You must know the answer to this. This is an FAQ. Wow, this top 5 is not budging, eh?
Static top 5.
Tekil Cook is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Great job!
Question number 30 now. We're almost at the end of this. Make that list. Make that list. Okay? List of political parties, leaders, year that they were created, and the first time they were voted into parliament. Make the list, okay? Make the list. All right, that's a weak spot. Okay, make that list so you fix that weak spot. Right, Duke fell out. Bull Meerkat moved up, and Lynn is now in at number 5. This was a combo breaker. Definitely a weak spot. Sorry, guys. Next one. All right, so the regions do not collect any taxes, so they get their money from the state and the communes. 24 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one.
Static top 5.
Ahmad is the highest climber.
Excellent.
Uh-oh.
You're not gonna know this unless you've practiced or unless you've read it. It symbolizes the rising sun. Okay, so 31 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. This is chapter 6. All right. This top 5 is not budging at all. Karthik is back in the game 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Top 5 is DI, Dangle, Yenzemand, Bold Meerkat 72, and Lynn 39. How many questions have we got left? We've got 13 questions left. We are almost coming to the end of the history part.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's called Vesterhill. I can see this is definitely a weak spot, so fix that. Lynn moving up the charts. Fabricio is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Fabricio, I thought you were in France or something. Anyways, Fabricio is on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
2 more questions in history, and then we move on to current affairs.
Uh-oh.
Definitely a weak spot. There's a lot of weak spots in this mock test, eh? It's better to make your mistake here than make it in the test. For the people that got this right, you deserve a round of applause. For the people that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
it will show up on your profile. Fix it, okay? And keep practicing. We have 42 days to the test. There's more than enough time to fix all these weak spots. All right, last history question. DI, Dangle, Lynn 39, Bold Meerkat 72, and Geo. This was a combo breaker. 13 players dropped their answer streak of 3. All right, last history question.
Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Let's see how it goes. All right, round of applause. Over 100 people got this right. 47 people got it wrong. Now you know what you don't know. All right, so this is the end of the questions from the learning material. Just to show you guys, I think sometimes people ask me, what do you mean? What's the book? This is the book, okay? So all the questions are based on information found in this book here. This is the book for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN, and this is the book for Melbo Escapes Porn. Right. So if you don't know, now you know. Moving on to current affairs. At the moment, we have a static top 5. We have DI, Dangle, Lynn 39, Bold Meerkat 72, and Geo. Elila is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job!
Current affairs. All right. Another weak spot. Okay, so recently, it was discovered that there is gender segregation in some of the swimming pools. As you guys already know, gender equality is a big deal in Denmark. And Carl Beck, who is Udlænding Minister, got wind of this, and he has started a campaign against that. The theme of this is state affairs, okay? And this is about gender equality, which is very important here. All right. For the people that got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. This is current affairs. Next one. Everyone in the top 5 got this right. Wow. Wow! So these are the elite players. Civi is now in there. Jesper is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. All right, Matthias Gitzel, I don't know how to say his name. So the theme of this is Danish excellence on the world stage, in this case in handball. So yet again, a Danish handball player has been named as the best in the world. How many people got this wrong? 75. You guys are complaining, man. Listen, it's better you mess this up here than you mess it up in the test. Okay, that's the whole point of these sessions, to kind of push you a little bit so that you're not feeling too comfortable and too confident. Okay, next one. Dangal is now at the top. Lynn 39 right behind him. DI Felton number 3. Bold Meerkat 72, and Civi is holding number 5. This was a combo breaker. 3 players just dropped their answer streak of 36. Damn, sorry, man.
Bruh.
Sorry. All right. You can still make it up. We have 8 questions to go. All right, so someone was paying attention. Okay, so this guy is the new political party leader for New Borgerlige. And he was, I think this just happened yesterday or today. And thank you very much for the people that keep posting on the post on Facebook, right? So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will show you right now. So in the group, we collect all the current affairs. So when you go to the group on Facebook, by the way, the group is called Danish Citizenship Test. Those of you that are in this session that are not a member of this group yet, please join. When you come in there, under featured posts, the first post is current affairs, where we collect current affairs. And people, so I post here, and a lot of other people post here as well. And someone posted this. Let me see if I can actually find it. Yes, boom. DP bat. Actually, a lot of people posted it. Wumi posted it. DP posted it. Claire also posted it. Yeah, so thank you very much. Keep posted in there, okay? So let's collect it. Let's all help each other. All right, for those of you that don't know, now you know what you don't know. The theme of this is political parties and their leaders, okay? What's that lady's name? Pernille Vermund. She left the party. She was the founder of the party and the leader of the party, and she left. And now they have a new leader. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, so Dangal has 38 correct answers in a row. Dangal is number 1, and we are past the halfway point. So for the first time in this session, I was actually looking forward to this. For the first time in this session, we get an explosion. Well done, man. Well done. Now let's see if you can hold that #1 spot, because you're only leading by 49 points. Lynn is right behind you. Okay, next one. Everybody was asking about this. Now it's here. Please get it right. Okay? Get it right. Now, do I think this is going to show up? Most definitely. It's showing up in the test. Get this right. Please. Wow, 8 people got this wrong. Have you not been paying attention to what's happening? Oh, gosh. Okay, well, now you know what you don't know. This is going to show up in the test. Okay? So, the old stock exchange, Burson, which is about 400 years old, burned down yesterday. And the iconic, what do you call that thing? The thing at the top of the building collapsed. And that's actually been one of the most iconic symbols in the skyline of Copenhagen. This is showing up on the test because this is a major setback in Denmark. Actually, I felt sad about this, you know. Anyways, for the 8 people that got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
And this also happened on the birthday of the former queen, yes. Anyways, this is showing up. On to the next one. All right, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Last current affairs question. If you were looking at the chat, then yeah. Yeah, so I just said it and people were talking about this in the chat. Also yesterday, so this date is yesterday, right? Was the Queen's birthday. She turned 84. Do I think this is going to show up? I don't think so. But this is news from the royal family, so one of the major birthdays. It's not a multiple of 10. It was actually, what's her name? Princess Benedicta. She turned 80. And I think that's more relevant, but she's not that big of a deal in terms of the royals, so I don't think she shows up in tests and stuff like that. In any case, this is the last current affairs question. When we started the session, some people were asking, "Oh, is the news about the stock exchange burning going to be in the test?" The answer is yes, and you saw it today. All right, we're moving on to Danish values. At the moment, we have Dangal, Lin 39, Civi, Boldmere, Cat 72, and DI. And we have a static top 5. 5 more questions to go. What is the theme for this? What's the theme for this? Does anybody know? You can write in the chat if you know. Exactly. So the theme is religious freedom. The overall theme is freedom. In this specific case, it's religious freedom. So in Denmark, you're free to change your religion or have no religion whatsoever. Actually, that's a right in Grundloven. So the only person without religious freedom is the monarch, because the monarch always has to be the head of the church. All right, next one. Static top 5. On to the next one. All right, so the theme for this is contrast with religious tradition. So by that I mean in countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, the justice system is actually based on the Quran. It's called Sharia law. And here, the justice system is based on laws that are created in Folketing. So that's a contrast. All right, moving on to the next one. Oh, man. Dangle lost his #1 spot. Lynn came through from, I don't know where Lynn came from, man. Round of applause to you. All right, Vindas is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, so we have Lynn 39, Dangle, Bold Meerkat, Civi, and DI in the top 5. Well done to all of you.
Great job!
We have 3 questions to go. Can Dangle get his spot back? All right. If you know the theme of this, please write it in the chat. All right. Yes, exactly. 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 So for the new people here, the way to approach the Danish values questions is to not so much focus on the question itself, but focus on the context of the question. So this question is about gender equality, but in the context of people's salaries. Okay? So one of the big values in Denmark is gender equality. And there's been questions about gender equality in different contexts. One of them is in swimming pools. So can you segregate the opening times for men and women? The answer is no, because the gender equality. Can you discriminate based on gender on people's salaries? The answer is no, because of gender equality. There's also been a question about can females also be bishops in the Danish church? And the answer is yes, because there is gender equality. So gender equality shows up in different forms. So the same thing shows up in different forms. So the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, what is this question about? Once you pinpoint what it's about, then read the question slowly, and the question will lead you to the answer, okay? The main thing is to understand the underlying concept, the underlying context of the question. And of course, sometimes they throw in words there that are kind of, curveball words. Like, I think the first time there was that word "vilse," which is marriage. So, if your vocabulary is not that great, this is the time to improve it. Okay, 11 people got this wrong. By the way, you can only fail 1 question in Danish values to pass the test. If you fail more than 1 question in Danish values, you fail the whole test. It doesn't matter if you get 100% in current affairs and 100% in the history section. So it's very important. And the tip I just gave you, this is the way to approach the question. Okay? I don't know if that made any sense. Hopefully it did. I know I'm doing a lot of rambling today, but please, it's for your own good. I know I sound like a broken record, but anyways, moving on. Static top 5. The moon is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Great job!
We got 2 questions to go. Does anybody know what the theme of this question is? If you do know, please write it in the chat. It's corruption and also crimes against the state. Okay? There was a question about whether or not Denmark was on the lowest, one of the countries with the lowest corruption based on some list. I can't remember what the list is. And in this case, they're asking, can you be sentenced if you actually try to bribe a public official? The answer is of course. All All right, so 19 people got this wrong. We have one more question. Okay, so Lynn 39, Dangol, Boldmere, Cat, Civi, and DI. So Lynn 39 is behind, sorry, Dangol is behind Lynn 39 by 19 points. No, yes? Yes, 19 points. Boldmere Cat trailing by 100 and something points. Civi, a bit more. DI, yeah, okay. Rumi is back in the game, 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Well done to these top 5 guys, man. Round of applause. This was not an easy test, and you guys basically have 100%. That's really good. So we're moving on to the last question. All right, women's rights and also gender equality. Okay. Yeah, that was the last question. You guys did well. Let's have a look at that podium. Boldmere Cat. Dangol at number 2. And of course, Lynn at number 1. All right. Civi and DI. 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.